Alright, there we go, Alan. Now that you have been added in, we finally have the Roo Retirement Zone all set up and ready for the ladies' retirement knitting community to relax in the shelter of hanging out with a bunch of great kangaroos right outside of Mima's house, or Reese's farmhouse, which is of course Mima's farmhouse at some point in time. Alright, let's make sure Reese's farmhouse says Reese's farmhouse. And welcome back, everyone. Before we can sit down and relax with the knitting circle, we definitely need to make sure that all of our retirement roos are really comfortable, that they have something to drink. So let's go ahead and get a large water trough. And we're going to get them all of the nicest things to relax and rest with. Alright, we'll put a little water trough right over here for them. And then, really, the red kangaroo is about to mature. Oh, that's so cool. She is not very high status, but I wonder if we could actually put her in here with her distant relative Zizzle. And if they're far enough related, like apart, that we might be able to get some good babies from them. We'll have to look into that in just a second. But all right, let's give the retirement roos some nice things to enjoy. Like, I feel like retirement roos might enjoy a sprinkler. Especially when it was like 111 this afternoon. So let's put down a sprinkler for the retirement roos. And then let's go ahead and we're going to give them a nice little shed. And it's going to be another hay shack. Do you guys see what I found? I actually found on the gallery this really cool bale of hay, which is so perfect for the little farm that we have got going on over here. Alright, so let's go ahead. Let's put this down. I'm actually kind of... Oh, habitat has damaged barriers. Domi! Wait, an animal has escaped? Willow has not escaped. I don't know what you guys are talking about. She's legitimately still inside of her habitat. I thought that Domi, our very troublesome koala, actually escaped, but he seems like he's doing good. And actually, guys, we've had a lot of things break down lately. I think it's just the way of life here on the farm. So I think we need to get a farmer's grandson, or granddaughter, come move out here and become a new employee. We'll also... Oh, because we only have one geologist? Oh my gosh. Geologist across must be one of the most exhausted people on this planet. Let's hire 2 new mechanics. We're gonna hire a tractor mechanic for the farm, and then we're gonna hire another geologist to help out geologist across, and maybe to celebrate, we'll put down some more of the really cool like fossil dig site stuff, because I love those. That's just such a clever idea. Alright, so let's come down here. We're gonna have, this is going to be Mechanic Kaylee. So this is going to be our tractor expert, Kaylee, who is one of our fantastic patrons who makes all of these adventures possible. Thank you so much, Kaylee. Look at her already diving in. She is ready to do all of this work. I think I'm not going to give her a work zone just for now, so that hopefully she'll go wherever she is needed. And yay! So Kaylee is one of our patrons, as I mentioned. And as I tell you guys every time, because it's true, our patrons really help to keep our adventures going here in our pixel biology world. It has been almost 8 years. We're approaching our 8-year anniversary together. The tickets are not overpriced. You people all need to calm down. And with YouTube and the world changing so much, keeping our almost 9,000, we're almost to 9,000 adventures now going. I didn't know it would be such a wild ride, but it is a wild ride, and I couldn't do it without our patrons. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you, Kaylee. And here comes another one of our patrons, CJ Zilla. These are the people who are making it so we can all keep enjoying these adventures for years to come. And then this is going to be Geologist. Dun dun dun. Geologist Okapi. And Okapi, another one of our fantastic patrons, who is now headed off to repair the solar panel. Fantastic. Also, Cherispeka has come to visit. Hello, Cherispeka. Thank you for your 20 conservation credits. I might need that for camels later. And yes, friends, I said camels. I will explain myself in a little bit. But there we go. And you know what? While we're putting down some new people and plonking them down. Oh, and there we go. Thor has escaped. Oh, because he climbed his tree? Oh, that's so cool. You're okay, Thor. You can climb that tree. I don't mind. I'll just expand your exhibit a little bit later. That is so cute. I didn't know he could try to escape out of that tree. Aww. But while we're putting down some new people and trying to get things all set up nice and tidy, let's actually add in another keeper because I feel like our keepers are getting a little overworked. Jasmine! Not in the knitting circle! Oh no! Jasmine! Oh dear! Yeah, our keepers and our staff can't reach this area in Mima's farm just yet, so I need to get oh no! That is so sad. Okay, where is my vet? Because we do have paleontologist Jay. He needs no work zone right now. Paleontologist Jay needs no work zone, but we do need to hire here, we're actually gonna hire an actual vet. Like for once this is going to be an actual vet. Man, we've definitely expanded quite a bit, and I haven't even told you guys about what Mima wants us to do next. All right, here is our new vet. This is going to be Tracy, and she is actually going to be a veterinarian. So this is going to be veterinarian Tracy, and she actually is a vet for once. And we're gonna have her also, I kind of want to have her, we're gonna have her have no work zone because she's super important to be able to run around the place. There we go. But we will definitely train her up. And we need a new keeper to be able to work on Mima's farm. And this is actually going to be Renee. So this is going to be, let's see, Farmer Renee. We're just gonna have her be Farmer Renee. And she's going to be in charge of Mima's farm work zone, which is about to expand because we have a research project we actually need to start working on, friends. All right, yes. Oh, I'm so sorry, Jasmine. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. But we're needing to work on a research project on the farm to start exploring animals outside of the Australian DLC because there's a new challenge, and the challenge involves breeding up animals from China. And one of the animals that actually live over in China, believe it or not, is the camel. Yes. Camels are actually really big in a lot of Chinese history. Whenever Chips and I go travel to different museums, because in case you didn't know, my husband is actually a Chinese historian. That is his profession, which is extremely amazing. So we travel to a ton of museums all of the time. And when we look at a lot of the ceramics and the pottery from China and a lot of the paintings from China, one of the most important animals for the Silk Road especially was the camel, because you are moving a lot of goods across the Silk Road, traveling up and down, kind of almost where this habitat map is, and spreading that pack animal help to move your goods along these trade routes. And so they actually count as a Chinese animal. And as I was looking at it and looking at the like over 100 degrees Fahrenheit that it constantly gets here, it hit me. Mima wants a camel. You see, Mima's done a bit of traveling in her days, friends, and she thinks having a camel on the farm would be an excellent help as we continue to expand our little Outback expedition. And camels are actually one of the creatures I do believe we have fully researched thanks to our Nintendo Stream Zoo, but we haven't really studied and spent time with in depth. And we also have not, let me wiggle over here to look at our camels. And we also have not looked at their new coloring. There is actually new coloring with the camels with sandy wool coats, cream wool coats, and I kind of would love, is that Thor again? Oh my gosh, Thor. I kind of would love to go ahead and get, we're gonna pause for just a second, and I'm gonna have my mechanic crew just barely expand your exhibit. I love Thor. He is such a freaking handful of a koala. You really are, buddy. I hope you never change, okay? Like, yeah, you give me a bit of a headache, but I love you for it. There we go. He should be good now. But camels have a bunch of new color variants ever since the patch update, all that long time ago, with different colors: cream wool, brown wool. We have got sandy wool coloring, and I would really like to see if we could get ourselves some gold quality cream wool camels. I want to see which color we like best, and I want to help Mima get some really healthy ones bred up. Like this is a cream wool camel, kind of tempted, and add them onto our farm. And because they are from China, they will actually go ahead and, oh, and Daniel the koala is about to mature. Hang in there, little buddy. We might release him into the wild. How much are male koalas that aren't particularly... I think we'll release him into the wild. Because I don't think that koalas... Let me find koala. There we go. I don't think that like male koalas are going for much right now. Or not. Actually... Yeah, Daniel, I think it's a little kinder. Hang on, let me remove the camel. Maybe koalas? Because koalas are kind of hard to find. Oh, wow. Actually, I think that we could go ahead and put him up. He's not got a lot going for him, but... I mean, there's like 4 koalas right now, so let's actually put him to the trade center. Come on. Daniel. Oh my gosh, he's already fighting! Boy koalas! Oh my gosh, Daniel, Paige, neither of you two! You two need to calm down. Alright, I'm gonna send Paige and Daniel. You too, Daniel. Daniel! Where do you think you're going? Daniel, come back here. Trade center, buddy. Okay. Neither of those guys are like Thor. Ooh, that's a nice healthy one. I want to adopt her. Do I have enough room? Yes! I do have enough room! Chloe! Oh my gosh, I'm gonna put her in with Thor. Because Thor is like our healthiest male that we have had so far. Sweet! Juggling koalas is a little bit more of a headache than you would expect. Here, and we're gonna try to like quick trade these guys. They won't even, like, even if they just go for a teensy bit, that's fine. I need camel money. Alright, there you go. Daniel, up you go. Whoops. And then let's see, Paige. Oh, Paige. Oh, Paige, you were my new male, so I can only... Oh, back in you go, Paige. You weren't very high quality. Well, pardon me, you're a high quality, Paige. Your genetics just leave a little bit to be desired. Heck, and actually, we're starting to release koalas before I can even give ourselves enough of our koala forest spots. Yay! And we have a new female koala in here with Thor. May they have many troublemaker children. And we're actually going to rename Chloe to Red from Wolf with Red Eyes. I'm very glad that you're able to relax with our adventures after doing your homework. That makes me really happy to hear. And I love Red because she's going straight for the staghorn ferns. You are a star, my dear. And she's gray fur with a white belly. Where is Thor? Is he going to be happy about this? He's in his tree. I love this tree. I love that he is just chilling in his eucalyptus tree. That is the truth of what koalas do all day. All right. And actually, let me keep track. So we're trying to release 1 koala to the wild. I have now bred up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have bred up 5 koalas. All right, we're going to pause for a second because I have made a little bit of a mess. And I need to put down 5 of these little habitats really quickly that we're going to decorate with trees and leaves when we have some downtime. All right, there we go. 1. And then we need... How does train modification fail all the time? What did I do to make this so funky? This is just exactly the size of what a koala has. Here, you know what? I've got a better idea. Let's see. So we have bred up 5 koalas, and that means we have expanded the koala reforesting challenge that we have given ourselves, which means we're going to round up to 2,000 square feet, which means we get 10,000 square feet of forest. Yay! Basic maths, which I usually struggle with, so I'm happy for that. So let's mark out about... We're gonna roughly mark out about 10,000 square feet of forest that the koalas have actually helped us to repopulate the area with. So thank you, koalas. Because we're saying that their births represent some fantastic developments that we have been able to do. and making the land healthier. And reforesting some of the eucalyptus forest and being able to just make things a lot nicer. Here, we're gonna remove all of this. Come on. All right, come here. There. Because I like that idea. Time passes, and the passing of the koalas and them hopefully having many healthy, happy babies will represent the forest growing and expanding and beautiful new areas showing up. The trees recovering, sending down new roots, being able to provide a new sense of life to everything. Here, let's do this. And we're actually going to make the forest be a new geographical feature. I've probably made this too big, so I might need to chop some of it off in just a second. But the forest will be a new geographical feature where we will actually leave it for its own beauty. And the sections I'm making where there's like little cutouts that you can actually see like right here, those will be places where we'll have paths, we might have benches, we might have little exhibits that the guest can see. But the rest of this we're going to turn into just a beautiful wild forest to enjoy for its own sake. And right now we have made it a little bit too big. I have made it about half too big. So we're gonna, here, one of the interesting things we can do is, because I know where we want to lay it out in the future, for now, I can come over here. There we go. And we have now cut it off. And that's about 10,000 square feet. So this is about as much forest as the birth of the koalas that we have had so far have repopulated. And now we know the next 5 koalas will actually help us to repopulate this much. It sort of feels like playing that game that Chips and I play all the time on like 51 Clubhouse games that, and you used to play as a kid, the dots and boxes, where you have a big thing of a square grid of dots and then you fill out the dots and then you scribble in the boxes. We're playing that, but with trees and koala babies. Doesn't that feel amazing? So we'll fill that out with time. For now, we need to come back over and we actually need to work on getting Mima her camels. We're gonna make a nice big camel exhibit over here. Mima wants to put down a barn to be able to put the camels in. And we need to finish taking care of our retirement roos. And, oh, we're probably not going to be able to get it done this time, but we also need to come over here and we need to give our fantastic Zizzle, our gold quality male kangaroo that we have had, who has already proven his worth by picking many fights, 9 fights against all of his brothers. He's quite the boomer. And that's what you call a male kangaroo, is a boomer. Females are flyers, babies are joeys. But we need to give him some mates too, so heck, we have a lot to do. Okay, let's finish up the retirement knitting community today. That should definitely be one of the things that we take care of. All right, maintenance every 6 months, please. And let's get our roos nice and comfy with some enrichment. Habitat. They deserve it. Let's see, species. Red kangaroo, which are the largest species of all kangaroos. I have loved these past few months so much for being able to look up so many cool facts about kangaroos. It has just been absolutely beyond delightful. Okay, let's put down 2 of these. Maybe we can put down 2 sprinklers. Yeah, I like the idea of doing 2 sprinklers because the kangaroos are just like, yeah, we just want to chill. And they need a little bit more space. So let's actually have one of the farmers come on over and expand their exhibit just a little bit. Doesn't take much. They just have to go ahead. There we go. Oh! I didn't pause it. That's fine. This is fine. I'm sure everything's fine. This is how chill our roos are. They're like, oh, whatever. I could try to escape, but why would I bother? Alright, let's back up a little. There we go. I love our little retirement roo knitting community. I mean, they're just a bunch of old roos. They don't want to go anywhere. There's that. And can I get, okay, almost there. And we need to find a way to like attract people over to this side. Because there's no reason. They've already seen kangaroos. So that's why we need to put camels and maybe a drink station over here. Oh, that's another thing we need to work on. People do not have enough to drink. That is definitely something that we've got to work on. Temperature is a little bit high for some of our roos. Where's my cooler? Do we have a cooler out? I don't think we've been putting coolers out. Yeah, temperature's actually fine now that he went in the shade. He doesn't mind. 100% happy. Woo! Go Alan, our 5-star 18-year-old male red kangaroo. He deserves to relax. And look at that happy keeper we have. Farmer Renee, doing good. Doing good. All right, guys. Well, now we have our little Roo retirement community. I definitely want to put down more of these freaking adorable... Like, look at that. I want to put in more of these freaking adorable hay bales. Just to kind of represent that this is sort of like, you know, the relaxing, almost off area. Do I have a cool, like, tractor? I don't have tractors, but I do have these freaking amazing vehicles that I haven't been able to put down anywhere yet. And I kind of want to. Oh, imagine putting a bunch of hay, like, in the back of one of these. Because, come on, that's what every farm around the world seems to have. Is, oh, and Fiery the Cur. Every farm around the world seems to have these trucks, just like the rundown truck that is just always in the corner. I saw them when we were in Hawaii. I grew up surrounded by them in Missouri and Texas. And I'm pretty sure that Australia's farms probably have them too. There we go. Oh, this is nice. And then eventually, when we get some time, I do want to try putting some doll sheep, who would be pretty miserable in this heat, but anyway, would be here. Okay, fine, I'll lower the price a little bit, you complaining people. Once you get my camels in here, you'll doubt your word there. But I do want to get some doll sheep in here at some point, so we can put down like a quilt in our little knitting circle. That would be really fun. And now we have a whole bunch of cute little cars that we need to like kind of edit up a little bit and scatter everywhere. I'm looking forward to that. But alright guys, thank you so much for joining me. We have got a little bit of a start going with our Roo retirement area. I really like the way that it's decorated and what we're doing with it. If you guys would like to join us on this and literally thousands more adventures, do please consider subscribing. But most importantly, my friends, stay curious. Ask yourselves, why do koalas have smooth brains? How long does Joey stay inside of its mother's pouch? And when we come back, we will explore those answers next time. So stay curious, guys. Bye-bye.